Hello, and welcome to another 5-minute car reviews. I'm Chris, and this is the 2025 Chevrolet Malibu LT. Look at it in all of its silver, boring vanilla glory. Looks like just about every other car on the dang street, but it's attractive, meant to, appeal to the mass population, which is fine with me. The more people that buy them, the more that Chevrolet gets to stay in business as far as I'm concerned. Let's take a look on the inside, shall we? All right, pop this door open here. All right, inside the 2025 Chevrolet Malibu, you will find analog gauges, a screen that does Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's got Wi-Fi for your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, air conditioning stuff. Oh, but it's fun too, because look, you got all the buttons here for the AC, and then right up there, you got those too. I guess it's for the people who decide that they can't make a decision. Anyway, they all want choices. That's what they want. You also find a sea of very black plastic. Not the highest quality plastic, but then again, this is not an expensive car. The interior looks fine. It's got a nice design. Cheap plastics, though, and it's kind of, even the steering wheel's got the weird feel to it. It's like textured plastic. Of course, like I said, not an expensive car. But the thing that, when I got in here, the thing that bugged me the most was this. You got a nice little panel gap here. Perfect, right on the driver's side door. You go over to the passenger side, and it's like a mile wide. It's insanity. So not a whole lot of quality as far as this is concerned. Cheap cloth seats. Automatic transmission, of course. Auto start stop, which I absolutely hate, but I understand why they do it. All right, let's head to the back because you'll find even less exciting things there. All right. Of course, power windows, power locks, power windows, yada, yada, yada. All the usual stuff. And there we go. Plenty of room. I will give the Malibu that, because this is where I have a seat, my driving position. Plenty of room. Again, cheap plastics. I don't even think, there's a 12-volt plug here, but no USBs for your back seat. But you do have vents, and of course the window controls. Yeah, it's a back seat. All right, you want to see the trunk? It's about as interesting back there too. Okay. Oh. Okay. A little button under the bow tie here. And it's a spacious trunk. I'll give it that. But not much else going on. Your seat. And the seats are 60/40 folds, obviously, so you can make even more cargo space. And I guess if you get stuck... Oh, no, that's to roll the seats forward. Oh, cool. All right. Who wants to see the... I guess it's a 4-cylinder engine, turbocharged, 163 horsepower. More than enough to get this thing motivated, but let's go check it out. All right. Trunk release. Trunk release. Yeah. All right. There it is. All right. Yep. Got your Ecotec engine. This is a 1.5 liter inline 4. Got a turbocharger. 163 horsepower. Fairly quiet little engine. But yeah. Enough of that. Let's go take it for a ride. All right. The 2025 Chevrolet Malibu LT. I would give you a MSRP on it, but since Chevy doesn't make it anymore, we'll give you a used price. I found a 2023 version of this car for about 16 grand. Yeah, I think these things were near 30 brand new, so I'll let you do with that what you will. But as for the car itself, it's comfortable, spacious. It's decent value considering that it is built on a budget. Clearly built on a budget. But other than that, this little 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine with a little turbocharger on it, pumping out 163 horsepower, does motivate the car pretty well. I never once felt a need to, struggle to get, anywhere I needed to go. Merging into traffic or anything of that nature. But let's take it for a little drive around the airport circle, shall we? If you're looking for a budget car, like I said, Chevy doesn't make this car anymore. So, yeah, you can get these pretty cheap, low mileage. It looks like a decent car, and I was looking at the reliability on it. It doesn't seem like it's that unreliable. Bang for the buck, it might be a decent car. And there's nothing wrong with the interior. It's just not great. It's not bad. Looks nice. It's a fun little car. Bigger car. It's a bigger car too. It's like Nissan Altima size, something like that. Camry maybe. And a lot cheaper than either of those options. Because even Altimas even though they're cheap, they're still a little more expensive than this. And I think this might be the used bargain of the century, because you can get like I said, a 2023 with low miles for 15, 16 grand. All the gauges work. The technology in here is fine. The air conditioner is cold. It's a fine little car. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. It doesn't inspire anything. The looks are pretty vanilla. They look like everything else on the road. It looks like an Altima, or whatever the Hyundai equivalent is, or whatever. You know what I'm getting at. It's meant to appeal to the mass population. Yeah. Pay attention to the airport. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just going to ramble for a bit while we get through this. Because as you may have guessed, this is a rental car, and I am on the return portion of my rental of it. So this is not necessarily a typical 5-minute car review, as I did get to drive this a little bit before I did my review. But yeah, like I said, it's not a bad car, and I think it's used car value that you really won't see very often. I mean, long term results will show that how reliable it actually is. When it gets the 100,000, 150,000 mile mark. But this one's only got 18,798 miles, and as you might expect, it works just fine. No issues. All the buttons work. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Easy to use. The power steering is responsive and light. So there's a lot of good things to be said about this car. It's just, it's one of those cars that you're either on a budget and can't afford anything else, or you really like this car and you've just given up on life. Either way, I'm gonna go return this thing, let somebody else enjoy it for a bit, and I'll catch you on the next one.